Today, I'm going to share with you step by step how to fast track your accreditation, how to get it in record time. We're going to talk about mistakes that school owners make. I'm going to show you how to prevent those mistakes so you can stay ahead of everybody else. So what I'm going to do is take you step by step. Not only am I going to tell you, but I'm going to show you. So let's get started right now. We're going to share the screen. Now, everybody can see this screen. The first thing you want to do is go to the NACCAS website. Now, what you want to click on, accreditation, go down here, steps to accreditation. And then you're going to click on candidate schools steps to accreditation. When we click on that, it's going to tell you the steps. It's going to tell you the steps. Now, as we look at this, the steps, you scroll down. Number one, you got to be approved by your local state board. We have that. And you got to have at least one student, at least one graduate, just one. When you get ready to go through this accreditation process, just one, and you have to have been open at least 1 year. One student in 1 year. Now, we've been open a year. We've graduated at least one student, okay? What is the next step? The next step, go to the NACCAS workshop. Let's click on the NACCAS workshop. If you click on the NACCAS workshop, NACCAS has about 3 to 4 workshops every year. If you look on here, you can see the dates, okay? One thing you want to look at, you want to look at the early bird registration. Look at this, early bird. Why do you want to do early bird? So you'll save money. If you don't do the early bird, you're going to end up spending another $200. If you wait to the very last minute on registration day, you're going to waste $400 because it'll be $525 right now. If you get it at the early bird, hey, it's going to be $725. You register at the door, it's going to be $925. In some cases, they may be sold out, so you won't get in. So now we see this. Now that we see the different workshops, you can stay at any hotel. You may want to stay at the hotel that the conference is in just for convenience. Now that we have that, we want to look at this workshop registration form for new schools. When you click on it, it's going to tell you everything. But one of the mistakes that people make, they don't mail this in and they don't do a certified cashier's check or a money order. You can't do a company check, all right? And you mail it to here. NACCAS accounts receivable, all right? Make sure it's a money order or a cashier's check. Look at the workshop fees. I told y'all if you wait to the last minute what it's going to be. Scroll on down, and you all can read this on your spare time. Now, you're going to fill this out. Your school name, mailing address, all of that. This is self-explanatory. Put your name right here, okay? So what will go right here is your name. Nene, Sharon, Star, Sybil, Troy, Vaughn. You're going to put your name right there. Teresa, you're going to put your name, Cherie, Clay, Corey, Ms. Morales, Dion. You're going to put your name right there, Edward, Dominique. It's that simple. Put your name right there. Now, don't be putting, no, I'm not going to put Chin. That's my nickname. I ain't going to put Millionaire Barber, my social media name. Put your government name. Your government name goes there. That's on your driver's license. Then put your school name. All right? Go on down. We're keeping it moving. Now, you're going to choose which workshop you're attending. This is self-explanatory. Scroll down. You want to do the early bird fee. All right? These right here, you can check any of these. They already got how to do the ISS because that's going to be the most trying thing. Any of these you can just check. It doesn't matter how you do those. Now, you're going to mail that in to NACCAS for the workshop. Now, what have we done? We've been open 12 months. We've already graduated a student. And guess what? Now we're applying for the workshop. Now, let's talk about if you want to fast track the workshop. When you go to the workshop, it's certain things that Miss Velma had already done for me when I went. I went to that workshop back in 1999. That's a long time ago. Yes. What did she already do before I went to the workshop? Let me share what she had already done. There are certain documents that you have to submit to NACCAS after you've attended the workshop when you fill out your candidate application. All right. Once you leave the NACCAS workshop, you have to do your candidate application. Your workshop certificate cannot be over 6 months old. So when you leave that workshop, you want to do your candidate application within 6 months. You really want to do it the next day. A lot of our leaders, once they leave the workshop, when it's over, guess what the team does? Fill out their candidate application, and we upload all their documents, and the school owner pays their fees. So guess what? We've gone to the NACCAS workshop. We've been open a year. The workshop is over. On the third day, we're finished. So now they let our team know, and guess what? We do their feasibility study. It's already done. We've already done the 2 resumes. We've already done the webinar form. We've already done the certification form, and we've already done their school feasibility study. That's already done before they even go to the workshop. We've already done that. Now, guess what? They give us the workshop certificate. Or if NACCAS has not sent it to them, it doesn't matter. NACCAS has that on their roster that such and such has already gone to the workshop. So the next day, their candidate application is done. Most of the schools that attend that NACCAS workshop, it's going to take them forever to do their candidate application. We've done work for people who've gone 3 times, and they've seen me on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, scratching their head, wondering, looking, watching everybody else pass them up, and then they finally have us to do their paperwork. Proper planning prevents a painfully poor performance. So now that you've gone to the workshop, you should already have that stuff done. If you don't do it within the 6 months, guess what? You got to go to this other workshop. But the reason why you want to already have this done so you can fast track. So now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you what the team does, what you should have. If you don't have it prior to the workshop, before the workshop, you want to make sure you get it ASAP. The reason why it's so great working with a team, because they do the work for you. Imagine if you have a big belly and you want a 6-pack, you want it to be flat, and you have somebody that will drink your smoothies for you and do your push-ups for you, do your jumping jacks, do your sit-ups for you, and you get your 6-pack. That's what the team does. Everybody's always asking, well, Chin, how did you get accredited in record time? You had no experience. You didn't know how to do the paperwork. You had never worked at a school. How did I do it? I had Miss Velma. That's how. The reason why I got accredited in record time is because of this lady and her team. They did all of my paperwork for me and with me. They coached me right along the way. Only thing I had to do was sign some documents. I didn't know how to write a resume, y'all. The team asked me, okay, well, what high school did you go to? When did you graduate? What school, beauty barber school did you go to? Where did you graduate? Did you get your instructor's license? Okay, where did you get your instructor's license from? Did you work at any shops? Okay, what years did you work at the shop? So you opened the school. What year did you do that? They did my resume, typed everything up, boom. I didn't know how to do no school feasibility study. I don't know how to do any of that. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you all that. 99% of the schools that are accredited and made it through candidate status, done all of that, they had a team, a consultant team, a law firm or whatever to do their stuff with them before them. So don't feel bad if you have to do that. That's the smart way. The dumb way is you trying to do it yourself. If you have a bad toothache and it's killing you, you go to the dentist and get that root canal or whatever. If you need heart surgery, no matter how smart you are, I don't care if you graduated from college and have all these degrees and doctors or whatever, pay an expert. Bill Gates and Elon Musk cannot cut their hair. As smart or Jeff Bezos, as smart and brilliant as they are, They cannot do a relaxer, shampoo, conditioner. They cannot do what we do. They can't take them shears at 45, 90 degrees. They can't do that. So it's very important. And I'm not going to sit here and tell y'all, yeah, I did all that. No, I did not. I did like all the other successful, rich school owners, have a team. Whether it's us or whoever, I don't care. But find an expert. If you got to do something on your house, ain't no sense in you getting up on that ladder risking hurting yourself. No, hire an expert. Now, we're going to get back. Now what we're going to do, I'm going to show you all of those documents. Do you all want to see the documents? Let me know if you all want to see those documents. If you want to see those documents, I'm going to share the screen, go on one of our Gold members accounts in their back office, and what we're going to do, we're going to go through the application. I'm going to talk about mistakes that people make on their application. Every month, we have school owners all over the United States who've gone to a NACCAS workshop and they try to do their candidate status application and it gets rejected. When we submit it, it comes back 99.9% of the time, no errors. All right. I don't even know if there's anybody on here that we've submitted their candidate status application and it got no errors. If it's somebody on here, you can raise your hand and come up here. I don't know if we have any school owners on here right now where we did their candidate application and it came back no errors or whatever. If it is, you can raise your hand. If not, we'll keep it pushing. All right. I don't see anybody on here, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to share the screen. Let me know. Someone asked the question, can we attend the workshop before the 1 year? You can, but you're going to be wasting money because you cannot submit your candidate status application until you've been open a year. So just say your school opens today or a month from now, a couple of months from now, whatever, and you go to the NACCAS workshop. All right. You're going to have to pay the workshop fee, $525. You're going to have to pay for a flight, or if you drive, gas, hotel, food, your time. So you're going to spend $1,000 or whatever. Now, you go back to your school. Remember, we cannot, one, start candidate status until the school has been open 12 months. Two, you remember the workshop certificate cannot be over 6 months old. So by the time you get to the timeline for candidate status at the 12 months, if you go right now, you've just been open a couple of months, one, their workshop certificate has expired. So guess what? Because it only lasts for 6 months for the candidate status, right? Can be over 6 months old. So now you got to go back to the workshop, spend another $525, another flight, hotel, food, gas if you drive, time or whatever. So now you wasted money. You've lost money. Think about that. So that's why I tell everybody at your 12-month mark, boom, go. If you've been open after 12 months, you definitely need to go ASAP. All right. So now let's get this thing going. Now, so I'm going to share the screen with you all, and we're going to go and look at an application. All right. Now, this is one of our leaders, school owners or whatever. And this is when you create your account, this is the back portal. A lot of y'all probably have never seen this. And it does not have Social Security, date of birth, and all that type of stuff. So it's great. It's not sharing any personal thing that y'all can't go to the NACCAS website and look up. So this school right here, the name of your school that's on your school license, that's the name that you want to put here. Mistake number one, a lot of school owners don't put the exact name that they have on their license right here. That's a mistake. It's going to be a ton of mistakes that I've seen school owners make past 20-something years. We correct these every month. If not every week, every month we correcting them. for school owners who try to do this themselves. Address. It needs to be the exact address that's on your license or the exact address that you have with state board. Okay? You'd be surprised how people will abbreviate different things or leave out this suite number or put the wrong suite number and it doesn't match with state board or your license. I know it may seem simple or whatever. No, but you'd be surprised these small mistakes that people make. We've had people even put a different city. Now I know in Texas, there are a lot of cities, a lot of little different cities. And sometimes people overlook that. Sometimes people have put the wrong zip code. They put the wrong email. We've had people even put the wrong number. And that was just human error. Okay? The next thing, the school owner's name, the person of contact. It's very important. Surely we all know our name, the address, city, state, everything. Go to the next page. Now, on this page, it asks, this is the person that's responsible for day-to-day operations. Okay, this is going to be the school owner, the director, or whoever. A lot of school owners put their name here. If you just check that box, it'll automatically put the school owner's information in because you just put it on the previous page. All right. Now, this is the person that's going to be going back and forth and dealing with NACCAS. That's usually the school owner. When I was in my school, I was all of these people. A lot of you all are going to be all of these people. Okay. That's pretty much plain and simple, cut and dry. Are you all with me? Now, does the institution use consultants? No. 99% of the time they put no. I tell everybody put no. Now, the date institution originally was licensed. You need to know that. The date that your school started the first class. We need to do that. Your school license number, put that here. The date institution was acquired by present owner. If you didn't buy somebody's school, which 99.9% of the time you did not, so what you're going to do, that's the date that you got approved to open your school from state board. Total number of students enrolled in your school right now, put that there. Total number of students that have enrolled the past 12 months, you put that there. Total number of students that's graduated the past 12 months, you put that number there. The last time you had a student graduate, the last date that the student graduated, whether it was last month, last week, or whatever, that's the date you would put there. Now, the dates that the school is scheduled to close, that would be all the holidays. If you have a fall break, winter break, or whatever, summer break, you can put that in there too. Instruction offered in language other than English. 99% of the time, that'll be no. Some people do Spanish, so they will put yes, but the majority of the schools don't teach any other language except English. We go to the next page. Now, 99.9% of the schools are private for profit. And it's either going to be owned by a corporation if you have the LLC. Here, you have to put the school's corporate name. A lot of school owners make a mistake because they'll put their school name, but they don't put if it's an LLC or INC, and it gets kicked out. State it was incorporated, the date, type of ownership. Now, if you are the 100% owner, a lot of times people make the mistake, they don't do the percentages right. This lady and her kids, they own the school. We'll go to the next page. Now, these questions, if you answer one of these questions wrong, it's getting kicked out. This application has to be 100% correct. 100% correct. Is the applicant institution currently accredited by another accreditation? 9 times out of 10, that's no. Has the applicant or institution ever sought accreditation from another accreditation? 9 times out of 10, that's no. Has the owner been debarred or been in trouble with the U.S. Department of Education for financial aid in the past 5 years? The answer is no. A lot of people say, well, gee, you could get accredited because you was a convicted cocaine dealer, conspiracy to distribute cocaine, trafficking cocaine, aiding and abetting gun charges. It don't say nothing about that. I didn't go to prison for that. Okay? So the answer is no. Has the institution ever been denied candidate status and all that? No. So we move on to the next. Now, a lot of school owners make a mistake on this page. I know this page looks kind of foreign. There's a lot of stuff thrown at you. Category. It'll be a drop down. Barber, Stylist, Delta, whatever. The name of your program, whatever the name of it is with the state board, That's the name you're going to put right here, okay? Where I'm highlighting it right here on the right side. The number, is it state approved by the board? Yes. Now we go over here. It asks program length in hours. They said it was 1,000 hours. That's what the state board approved of. In credits, 0. Okay, this school does distance education. So they got 500. All right. Most schools are not doing distance education, so they will be 0. Institution competency based, yes or no? A lot of school owners mess up and make the mistake and put yes. NACCAS kicks it out. The answer is no. We go over here. State competency based, over here. The answer is no. All right. After you do that program, if you have other programs, you'll save this and you'll put another program, whether you got barber, Cosmo, nails, aesthetics, eyelash, whatever. Go on. Now, on this last page, a lot of school owners make mistakes. 1, a signed copy of the application certification. What this is a document from NACCAS. You can get it from the website or you can get it from us. One of the team members will email it to you. All this is saying you got to sign it, saying everything that you submitted on this application is true. So basically, let's look at that. We'll view it here. Can y'all see this? Hold on. That's not the document that I want to pull up. That is not the document that I want to pull up. Let me see. That's not the document either. Well, this document right here, this is the webinar. You got to watch these two webinars, and you need to put the date that you attended the NACCAS workshop. You're going to put them dates from this date to that date, whatever you attended, and the date that you watched those 2 webinars from the NACCAS website. Put those dates. And what you're going to do at the bottom, put your school name, date it, print your name, sign. All right. So you got to do that. And I'm going to show you the other documents that you have to do. Your school license, that has to be uploaded. I'll just go through all of these with you. Your workshop certificate where you attended NACCAS, that has to be uploaded. You already seen that. Let's see, workshop certificate. Okay, your resume, that has to be uploaded. And your admin resume, hold on, that's the school owner's resume. No, not the school owner. Okay, this is the admin's resume. So you need a school owner's resume and an admin's resume. And let me look to see. No, I've already shown y'all that document. Institution license, workshop certification. I've shown y'all that document. Let's see, resume. Okay, this document. School feasibility study. Big mistake. None of the school owners know how to do this school feasibility study. I've never met a school owner yet that knows how to do a school feasibility study properly. You're going to get your application kicked out if you don't know how to do this. I'm not going to go through this school feasibility study because it would take me hours and hours to break everything down. Y'all don't have to worry about it if you're in the program. We do it for you. We do it for you. Miss Velvet did ours. Her team did mine. Our team is doing it for you. So they have to go online and locate your school and print this chart out and everything. Then they have to go online to another site and find your zip code and do this grid. But I'm not going to break this down and go into detail. I'm just showing it to you. Then you have to go to this other part and you have to pull up schools with their tuition fees that are in the area. And they have these different sites that you have to go through to come up with this school feasibility study. This one was 9 pages long. Then it has to do the population by age and all of that. But it's also by gender too. And then you have to do these estimates, these estimations. That's the school feasibility study. So basically back here on the attachments, all these were red. They will turn green. Well, what about the red ones at the bottom? You don't have to do those. Optional. That doesn't pertain to you. You don't have to do those. Notice this right here, 1 through 7, required. Required. All right. And then what happens is it will be a button here that says submit and pay your fees. Although this school's already done that, you would submit it, and then you would put your banking information in and your personal information, your banking routing number, your bank account number, your bank name, your name, address, phone number, and all that. And then you would hit submit and it will pay electronically. And then you would get an email saying, we have received your NACCAS candidate application. Then you would wait about a week to 2 weeks and you'll get an email, probably within a week usually, saying, hey, there were no errors, or hey, you had errors, so your thing is not approved yet. So basically, if it says no errors, then it goes on to the next level and they approve it. So that is the candidate application. Right, this document right here, you also got to fill this out and upload it in the back portal. This is a certification document, just saying that everything that you are sending to NACCAS and telling NACCAS is true. So that's your certification document. That's on the NACCAS website too, or you can ask the team and they'll email it to you. When you submit that application with all of the documents and pay your fee, you will receive an automated email. The transaction has been approved. Congratulations, your payment has been accepted with NACCAS. So you will receive that in your email for documentation. Now, most schools try to submit their candidate application themselves, and of course, 99% of them fail. They make a mistake because they're not an expert at this. If you look at this, the regional accreditation specialist has reviewed your application and found one or more issues that prevent it from being accepted. Please log back into our system and correct the problems in the areas indicated below. Okay, some of the fields look good, but some of them didn't. And it'll tell you reasons why they didn't accept it. So if you get this email, basically what this school owner did, they saw me on Instagram or somewhere, YouTube, I think he said, he screenshotted this and texted to me. I looked at it, said, okay. He said, well, can you help me with it? Yeah. So he joined the program. Guess what? We fixed it, but I wanted you all to see this. Okay, we're going to recap. So we went to the NACCAS website today. We talked about the workshop. We talked about what you should do before the workshop. You should have your resume, the admin resume, certification form, webinar form, your school feasibility study, your school license. After you leave the NACCAS candidate workshop, the workshop certificate, then we can upload everything. Most school owners are behind because they have not done what we just talked about. Some of them have not done any of that. So if you do that beforehand, guess what? You're going to be ahead of the curve. Let's go to the NACCAS website. Let's pull up the NACCAS website again. I get a lot of questions asked about the admin resume. If you don't have an admin person, get your mama, your sister, your auntie, your grandmama, or somebody, your girlfriend, wife, or whoever, to be the admin, and you create a resume for them and submit that, and it's going to get approved. I know you may be a one-woman show or a one-man show, but I get that question asked all the time, and that's how you get over that fence. I'm going to show y'all a real simple resume, and for you all that are in the program, all y'all have to do is email the team, and they will email you a copy of a resume where you just got to put your name, your school name, and all that. So let me show y'all a real simple resume. Nothing spectacular. Look, summary of qualifications, team leader, you can leave that. Put your name here, your address, school, all of that. Leave that right there, okay? Relevant experience, 13 years as a stylist, nail taker, whatever. Experience, when you graduated from high school, beauty school, all of that, where you worked at. That's it. Real simple resume. Does that make sense? Very simple. This is another resume. You can talk about where they work, their work experience, their qualifications. They could be the admin or another school owner, but you want an admin resume and a school owner resume. And that's it. Very simple resume. Nothing spectacular.